Hey guys, this is Sloan again for Pathos. Today we're trying out Yeti Blimp. Is this still gonna work using clones? Let's find out. But before we get into that, I'll say that I'm offering one-on-one coaching. Just make a ticket on Discord and we'll get into it. We're using 3 clones just because we want to have the extra spells to help. So we'll poison because there's lots of furnaces and clan castles, and those just really don't deal with. A freeze because that's gonna help you in the core base. Help your Yetis get more value. Then ice block. An ice block, you can kind of use that usually on the back end or to help keep your queen alive. Say your queen's on ricochet cannon, you drop the ice block on the queen, that'll keep her alive. Or on the back end, you have all the dragons converging at once. There's like a multi-year cannon minion prince. You pop the ice block on the front dragons, so the rest of the dragons come in and take it out. Easy peasy. It's kind of depends by the use case, but if you once you use it right, it's crazy good. So when looking at this replay, what I'm initially drawn to when looking at base is I'm looking at where to take out air defense with the giant arrow and where's gonna be the big air damage to send my dragons into, so I have a good warden ability. So I'm just looking at these air defenses. I could probably hit here and hit these two, or hit from here. That's a tough angle though. Like you try to do a straight line, that's a very tough angle to hit. It's easier to hit from an angle, from a corner. So I'm gonna do that exactly. But I'm just looking for big air value for my warden ability. I'm thinking I'm just gonna come in through this way, right? Send my dragons into here, and I just push into this core, which I'm gonna end up doing. Now, one of the keys to this attack is making sure you keep your queen alive, which is why the ice block is so important here. Because you drop that on your queen and not on the healers, your queen will be able to stay alive. When we shoot the giant arrow, we take it on out. Because if she dies, that could be the difference between you like time failing or failing, and you getting us an overkill 3-star or just like a close 3-star. We drop a royal champion on the other side of form the funnel. So in these kinds of bases, this is a box style base. You see how town hall's on the edge and it's all boxy. It's a box base. So you come in from the side on those to push in towards the town hall with your blimp. You do that for every single box base you go against. So we're gonna push on through. Around the minion prints come on in, the test saloons as well. We drop the dragons and dragon riders. So we have a nice funnel, and they're going to be forced to pretty much loop in towards the queen. But if they're with the queen, that'll keep your queen alive. We pop the warden ability, Eternal Tome. Now remember, once Eternal Tome, you're out of it for a second, you're not going to be invincible anymore. That doesn't matter because the town hall's so close to us. We'll just clone and rage the Yeti Blimp, drop the poison for the CC troops, especially that furnace, and we pop the minion prince ability in this core. We pop in this core because there's some big value coming on through here, so that allows us to get a decent minion prince ability. And look at this here, we got these dragon riders over here. We'll pop the freeze on that minion prince and that multi inferno just to make sure we keep those dragon riders alive, help get out that inferno. And while doing that, we have the queen alive back through here and like 8, 10 dragons or something like that. But when after you're at this point, after you popped all your abilities, you got pretty much nothing left. You look for clean out. So we drop Archer in the corner, Archer in the corner, Archer in the corner, and that'll really help clean up. I drop minions in the corner as well because it's a hero hall. It's high HP. Everything's just gonna loop around pretty easily from here. So really, only thing we have left is we have this ice block, which you could just bring a freeze instead. But I mean, the ice block's new, the ice block's cool, so figure might as well use it. It does have use cases, which you'll see here. But we're gonna push in towards this last little bit of damage. There's a huge damage. Minion Prince and the multi gear and the multi arch tower. That's a lot. But we have the Minion Prince, the Phoenix. Very important to use the Phoenix. The Phoenix is so much power. We drop the ice block on the first few dragons, and that's going to distract from the Minion Prince multi-arch tower and the multi-gear cannon. So the rest of our dragons and Minion Prince just come on through, taking 0 damage, easily take out the rest, and we're going to completely overkill the base. Just completely. But the Phoenix on the Minion Prince is critical because that gives him extra 8 seconds life. I mean, it doesn't matter in this case, but that could be the difference between a fail and a 3-star, or a time fail and a 3-star. Because that Minion Prince Phoenix, it does something. You want to have the Sneezy if possible and the Warden. But I mean, you could use the Owl, that'll be fine. The Queen, the Frosty's good. I mean, that's the best option. But you could use like the Diggy or something. That work too. World Champion, you're gonna want to have the Fox in there if you can. If you don't have the Fox, I mean, you could use really almost any pet. Just don't use the Jelly, of course. The Jelly's gonna be worthless, but it's pretty simple to use. And in your CC, make sure it's only Yetis in there and nothing else. No filler troops, so you only clone the Yetis. All right, this base. That's that hook tower right there. Level one. That shouldn't be too much issue. So where's the big air damage? All the big air damage is back through this way. So we want to have the Royal Champion. We'll have her ability help over here. Where can we giant arrow is the question. I mean, I could take out. It's a tough angle to get, but I could hit right here. Giant Royal Champion over here, and we send the dragons in between here. Yeah, that'll work. So giant arrow. Oh, she needs to turn. Turn. All right. Bro, I missed the air defense. No. Okay, Road Champion, Rock Spear, Singing Shield. All right, Tesloons, Dragons come on through. Minion Prince. We're gonna send the Dragon Riders. But how do I miss that? It's crazy. That's crazy. It's the easiest one too. Road Champion gets a nice funnel for us. Queen as well. We're gonna send the Blimp in because there's no chance of a tornado trap here. So pop the Eternal Tome, the Eternal Dome, basically, right? We're gonna clone the Yetis towards his Hook Tower. Just help out. All right, Hook pull us or clone something. I know we got nothing cloning. Yeti Mites? Okay, Yeti Mites cloning. We'll freeze this. We'll drop a poison as well for these ice glomes. So get some value there. We want the Minion Prince to turn so he can get some ability value back through this way. We're gonna get the Hook Tower with it. I mean, not quite yet. Pop the Minion Prince ability through this back end. Huge value. We got this Ice Block spell as well, which we can use to help support our troops once we get into the area of trickiness. Basically, that sounds kind of strange to say, but the high damage area. This is going to be a high damage area. So we can pop it to get through this Giga Bomb. Very nice. It's always nice you can pop it, you trigger it, and you're just kind of chilling there. So we're going to pull it forward with the Minion Prince. We're going to have the Queen walk around too. Ideally, you want to have the Queen alive the whole time. Ideally. We're going to trigger that Giga Bomb. Oh, not quite, actually. Oops. Well, that's not ideal. I figured it would have. I figured it would have. You know what? It kept the Minion Prince. He didn't take any damage from it. There we go. There we go. It worked. Oh, yeah. We got the deck collectors coming on through. The archers. And this will be a pretty easy one to finish off with. I'll be finished off. I mean, we're just starting. What do I mean? But yeah. My, I can't speak right now. I'll just say that. I'll say that. But this one's pretty nice. Even though we missed the air defense initially, it still worked out. Because Army is still very strong. Alright, this space. Where's the big air damage? Two multi-arch towers back through here. Monolith. So if I sent our dragons in this way, we set up pretty nicely. But actually, what if we sent a road champion here? Rock Spear, Singing Shield, take out these two. Makes a funnel. We send our queen from up here, but where can we hit air defenses? Like this? Yeah, okay, we'll do that. So queen, we're gonna let her angle up. She should hit both, right? Nah, I can't hit an air defense today to save my life. But we'll send the road champion there, help make the funnel. We're going to make the funnel a little bit with the dragon as well, because it's going to be super thick and not really a good funnel. But I don't think it'll matter too much, because one dragon can do that. And the queen, she's going to end up taking a bunch of damage up there. And yeah, she might just be cooked. We'll send the blimp in. There should be no risk of a tornado trap, because we pop the blimp, the eternal tome here. The blimp, if it gets stuck in there, it'll still just make it over the wall once, right? The road champion, she's done for. We're going to clone towards, I mean, away from the Yetis, excuse me. We're going to rage. We're going to poison the CC troops, help with them. We're going to pop on through, drop some cleanup, drop some cleanup. Where can we do? I mean, we're going to freeze this area of damage back through there with the Minion Prince help support. There's only a little bit of damage really left. I just need a good Minion Prince ability. That's really about it. That's really it. Yeah. Minion Prince, I mean, he's stuck in this defending king. We'll just pop him through there. That'll get this side down. And then we can get him through this defending Minion Prince and Inferno. Oh, he's low. He's gonna take him out, though. We're gonna have the dragons come on through. Yeah, he takes out the Minion Prince. And then from there, it's really just these. We can have this Giga Bomb triggered. Not yet? Okay, never mind. Well, we're not gonna trigger the Giga Bomb. We are gonna trigger, keep those dragons alive. We'll have these dragons get through this Inferno back through there. And the Tornado Trap's triggered. Alright, so the deck collectors help clean up. The Phoenix coming. We got all the dragons coming. We got the Dragon Rider up top. He's been doing a little bit. The Sneezy will take out the Inferno. Perfect. The debt collectors just gonna keep dropping them. I mean, they're just gonna collect that debt for us. Get through this last air defense over here. And then that's pretty much really about it. You just go for the big air damage, and then everything just kind of collapses at the end together. It wasn't really a good funnel. We missed the air defense as well. We should have got that air defense out with the giant arrow, but I digress. I digress. I missed that completely. You don't have to be perfect to use this army. It's still pretty simple. Alright, this space. Where's the big air damage? Multi-Infernos through here. Multi-Arch Towers back through here. So if we can get down this right here, take out this air defense, multi-Arch Tower, maybe Fire Spitter combo for World Champion, we're pretty much set. So we're going to want to find a way to get out some air defense as a giant arrow. Maybe we use it right there, and we just take out these air defenses, send our dragons back behind here. That back end's going to be a little bit heavy, but it'll be okay, I think. So Queen will make sure we hit both these air defenses. All right, yeah, perfect. Finally, finally. And we're gonna come in from, usually it's a very bad kind of angle coming from, straight from a corner, but we're coming in behind the fire spitter, so I don't think it will matter. There could be a trail trap in here, like right there, but we're not too worried about it. World champion, she does take out that fire spitter, and we are gonna send the blimp in. And we're just gonna take our time, not pop the warden ability quite yet. We don't need to, because we're not in like crazy damage. So I mean, we'll just save the warden ability actually, yeah. All right, clone away from the dragons with the Yetis. All right, rage, and then poison for the furnace. Warden ability through that giga bomb. Perfect. That's gonna give us more warden ability value. Nice. And those Yetis gonna get some decent value to take out the town hall, take out some of those defenses down back there. We need a good minion principality because everything is all funneled together here. We take out the furnaces pretty easily. Now there's no damage over here, so our spells will go pretty crazy. We drop cleanup. Where else can we drop some cleanup? But yeah. Once we do pop this minion prince through the here, the multi-gear and the inferno and the minion prince, that'll help out. We'll have a freeze for back here. We still have a bunch of dragons coming on through. There's no more ground damage except for this rig shape on the back, and so the queen's gonna be free. We'll get to that multi-gear pretty easily. And we'll get through this X-Bow over here, which, honestly, I kind of want to freeze, but I don't think I'm going to yet. We're going to freeze this ice block. I was too slow. No. Reaction speed of a grandpa or something. What is that reaction speed? I swear. I mean, we're just going to walk the rest of space, though. We'll have a bunch of dragons coming on through. We have the minion prince coming on through. The queen coming on through. They're all going to stay alive. The only big threat is this section here, which will freeze. And we'll just drop some debt collectors. Just do something. Just to do something, basically. Just to feel alive. We forgot to freeze this minion prince in time. Okay, we did barely. We got it barely in time, so the air fence didn't take him out. Yes, he's gonna have his 8 seconds still. We'll get through this defending queen pretty easily. Minion prince goes down, but he has his phoenix form. We'll drop our debt collectors in the back and help clean up. Minion help clean up. This would be a pretty easy 3-star. So we took out the air defenses. We took out the 2 air defenses this time. We got an easy 3-star. So we gotta make sure we take out 2 air defenses again. That's the tricky part. Hitting the giant arrow is the trickiest part, I swear. I really do think it is. But yeah, not too bad. Alright, this space. Where's the big air damage? Multi-Infernos are all up top. There's two, multi-archers up top, multi-Infernos and multi-gears down here. So where can we get a giant arrow value is a question. Because we can send everything into this. We want to go behind the fire spitters though. So I think we just send everything into this left way. Send the blimp kind of strange angle, and we'll be set. So we're gonna giant arrow these air defenses here. Alright, queen, I need you to turn. Hit the giant arrow. We miss it. We miss the other one. Okay, that's fine though. Use the royal champion help funnel for Rock Spear, Seek Shield. We send some test loons. Then we send the dragons in, right? The minion prince, the warden, the dragon riders, and they're just gonna be chilling right there. Honestly, we're gonna wait to send the blimp because we don't want anything to, happen to them. And there could be a trail trap in there. I'm gonna honestly use the ice block on the queen, send the blimp in, and then we're gonna pop this warden ability through this eternal tome. So everything's gonna be stuck in this tornado trap, but it'll have the eternal tome on it. And we'll drop the poison on that super dragon, help take care of it. We're gonna triple clone away from where the dragons are at for the Yetis. So Yetis help get that monolith section. That'll help out completely. We still have the minion prince ability. Which way is he facing? He's facing this Inferno and that multi-arch tower. And we'll just go down there. We'll freeze this multi-gear to help keep these dragon riders and dragons alive through it. We'll have the debt collectors, because they're part of the game now. They're part of the game for now. They'll help get through there. So we're gonna have the dragons on this right side with the dragon riders help take it out. We're gonna need a good minion prince ability. He'll get through this air defense. Then from there, there's only one big section left, which we want to make sure we have the minion prince ability for. But it can be a little bit tricky to get in there. I'm gonna be honest. So he's gonna take out this air defense. Archer tower. All right, the sneezy. I think we had to make sure he get his ability through this direction. So that kind of messes up. We're wanting to pop through this queen. We pop her ability, his ability, excuse me. We'll get into this defending queen. Defending multi-arch tower. I can't speak right now. Some days it just feels like that, especially feels kind of interesting to say. But yeah, he'll pop on through. We got the dragons coming. We'll have these minions help. These debt collectors will drop to help with time. If the minion prince is gonna come on through behind this fire spitter, get this sweeper as well. We need him with his phoenix to help get some value. This one's gonna be close. We're gonna have the henchman help as well. We're gonna try to pull this king away with the debt collectors once we get over there. So minion princes get locked into that king. So we'll get through this inferno. and then he's just gonna try to solo the rest of this. He should be able to, right? He'll take out the air defense. We'll send in the Phoenix. I mean, we'll try to pull everything away with these debt collectors. The Minion Prince, the Phoenix. Can the Phoenix do it? Is the question. No, we didn't get that good of a ability for the giant arrow. We missed the sweeper and we missed the air defense, and that's gonna hurt. As well as we didn't get a good minion prince ability, so that's really gonna get us. And unfortunately, they had a super dragon in the CC as well, which is a big counter to us. We had the poison help out, so unfortunately, not quite gonna get this one, but it's all good. It's all good. Hmm. So what about this base? We got some big Yeti value in this core, but where's the big air damage? All the big air damage is down here. I'm pretty sure it's beta down here as well. So where can we hit the giant arrow is the question. We take out these two air defenses, we'll be set. And we can send the rock spear right through this air defense. The dragon's right in between, and yeah, that looks good. So let the queen, we're gonna path her in for these air defenses. Giant arrow, take out both of them. Perfect. Royal champion will take out this air defense. And we'll send the test loons for our dragons. Then we'll send the dragons, the minion prince, and the dragon riders come on through. So this is looking nice. We're gonna get that fire spirit. I mean, the fire spirit doesn't really matter, but still, it's always nice to get. And we're gonna pop the eternal tome through that giga bomb. And the tornado trap trigger over there, so we send the blimp. It's gonna be nice and safe. We'll drop a poison for the CC troops. The blimp will make it to the town hall in a second. Oh, we're gonna pop the blimp, clone the Yetis. Clone the Yetis, not the Yeti mites. There we go. There's the actual Yetis. We'll get through this core pretty easily. We're gonna have the minion principally, which will pop through that core too, so we'll get through that back end fire spitter and multi arch tower. I'm gonna freeze this scatter and this inferno, so these dragons just all path right through here perfectly, very nicely. We're gonna get behind this fire spitter as well. And these Yetis, why are they banging on this wall? Why can't they go over there? There's nothing over here. There's nothing over here. Okay. Okay, I don't understand their AI. I'm gonna be honest for a second. I really don't. But we're gonna have plenty of damage help get through here. And we'll help get through this multi-arch tower in a second, right? Can the dragon do it? Nah, that minion prince. Too much. Too much for a second, wasn't he? But we still have this ice block, which we'll use to help get through this minion prince. So we'll have these dragons come on through. We'll get through the minion prince pretty easily, and they're gonna tank for that inferno. So the rest of these dragons come on through while they're not taking any damage from that ice block to get through the inferno. And that's gonna help us completely. So our minion prince is still gonna be relatively high HP. We're gonna have all this dragons coming in from the base, just looping around. And where can we drop some cleanup? I mean, we drop a minion there. That's not in any range of anything. Debt collectors, maybe. Minion Prince takes out the air defense. He's coming on through. He's gonna help with that poison tower. He's still down from the poison though, unfortunately speaking. We'll have to just get through the scatter. Yeah, he'll get through that scatter. Nope, not quite yet. We have everything just kind of rushing on in at the last second. At the last second. The queen's still coming on through. We're gonna try to distract her so she doesn't die to that ricochet cannon. The boogers, the phoenix on that scatter. We're getting there. It's gonna be close though. It's definitely gonna be close. Get through the air defense. Get through the ricochet cannon. Yeah, we're set now. Okay, there we go. You gotta keep your queen alive. That's the key though. You gotta keep your queen alive. Because any attacks that we messed up, as in the queen, she died early. She really did. And she survived this whole time, so we got a 3-star. That's really it, right? Just keep her alive and you're set. Not too bad. Alright, this space. Looks like all the big air damage is down here on the bottom. Sweeper's up top. So how can we hit a giant arrow is the question. And there's a hook tower there. Like, I don't even know if that's going to do anything. Hmm. We just giant arrow from here. Probably hit both. Probably, and then roll champion from this left way. Alright. Can we hit both? Perfect. We actually hit it. And roll champion, she'll help make this funnel. We'll use one dragon there as well. We'll send the Tesloons, the dragons. Alright, the minion prince, and then we send the dragon riders. And we're just going to push on through here. We're going to use the ice block on the queen. Just keep her alive through that tornado trap as well. And we'll send the blimp in because there's no NATO now, so we're just chilling. We're absolutely just chilling. We'll pop the eternal tome just to help get through here, to get through that multi-gear. And we're going to blimp into the town hall in a kind of different spots away from the Yetis, right? Is there a poison tower? Yeah, there's always, I mean, not poison, a furnace. There's always going to be a furnace. Always. Minion principally to its right end is definitely nice value. So that's going to help distract for this fire spitter, and it'll help get through that inferno tower as well. Then the only damage up top really is just this mono, these sweepers, the scatter, which goes down. The sweeper will go down here to the Yeti mites. So this base is set up perfectly for this army, actually. Because we were coming in behind the fire spitters, get blimp value in that core, help with the sweepers, and then we can take out this top side relatively simply. We'll keep our queen alive as well. That's the big thing. Keeping her alive seems to be what you have to do here, or else you're kind of toast a little. You won't always be toast, but it's gonna be a lot easier. You're gonna be safer rather than you have better luck with it. Keep your queen alive. If I can say it properly. That Sneezy took out the monolith. I mean the Gigabone next to the mono though, so that'll help out. So as this freeze spell will help out. We'll drop these deck collectors. I mean, it's just a couple storages left in the walls. We can't do anything about that. We'll freeze the monolith to help out. Because, monolith is always good to freeze. Always. Always big value with that. And the walls are open. I didn't even notice. I didn't even notice it was open. So they just come on through. And the queen's going to help. Keeping her alive is critical. It really is, I feel. Because she's just going to help clean up the rest of the base with her healers. Heal on up like nothing. Like nothing. Straight up. Pretty easy. Alright, Invis base. This one's big value for us. Because all this big air damage, this rage tower here is big. And then if we keep our queen alive, this clan castle, what is it doing right there? Honestly, I don't know, but we're just getting the blimp into here. We're getting the Yetis into this compartment. We're cloning. That's the big idea here. So you use the royal champ, I mean the queen here, trigger the Invis tower, right? And we're just not going to use the royal champion. We're going to save her for the very top, because on this base, we'll send everything in, warn ability, send everything in, and we're going to clone. Alright, we're going to rage. Alright, a bunch of Yetis in there. We're going to freeze this minion prince. There's that tornado trap right in the corner. Because on this base, while me poison, the royal champion gets some crazy value up top. So we'll let her take out this wizard tower. And once she takes out, we'll pop the rocket spear seeking shield. Yep, she'll take it out. And she'll get through these air defenses one shot with the seeking shield. She'll get to that multi-gear. And we're going to have all this top side just basically cleared up for free. We'll drop some archers up there. The queen, she's taking some damage, but I think I might just let her die. I say we should let her live, but she's going to die. She's going to die. But this base is pretty much wrecked from here. Because we took out this bottom compartment, all the damage up top is out as well. And she's going to get through this multi-arch tower too, so we're going to be able to swag the minion prince ability completely. This is an ideal base. We get through here some deck collectors. Yeah, we still have the ice block as well, which I don't think we have to use. I really don't. I mean, if we wanted, we could use it on this dragon rider to tank for the other dragon riders and the other dragons. That doesn't really work on the town hall, does it? No, not quite. But we'll swag the minion prince ability just to make it more interesting, right? More interesting. Invis bases are very, very easy for this army. Very. The more tricky ones are going to be, it looks like, probably diamond bases because the town hall is going to be more isolated, so it'll make you have to think differently. That's what it seems like. And then ring bases are pretty simple as well, just because everything's symmetrical, so it's not going to be too much of an issue there. But yeah, I'll get through the rest of the space pretty easily here, if I must say. Pretty easily. And we'll get through it. That's the last building. Nice. We swag the whole minion prince ability completely. Not too bad. Alright, this base. The big air damage all up at this very top side. So if we get the World Champion, take out Air Defense Multi-Arch Tower be set. So probably wanted to come on this side. So we're looking for a giant arrow from this way. I mean, I could hit this. Hit these two air defenses? Maybe. Uh, I kind of have to, don't I? Because I can't really hit any others. I need her to turn. Can I hit both? I miss. Okay, that's not ideal. But still, we'll just come in from this way then. Since we missed that, we should have used her here. Oh, well, that's a little bit of a misplay, isn't it? We'll send the dragons in through this Gigabomb section. It won't make a difference for us. We'll just use the ice block to get over the Gigabomb. That's what we're going to do. Alright, ice block. We're too slow! We are too slow! No! Alright, that's not ideal, is it? We'll send the blimp in. We're going to have the Eternal Tome as well. Super Dragon triggered already, so that's good. Well, Warren ability. The blimp's not quite going to make it to the Town Hall, but we're not worried about that. We're going to poison. Alright, here's the blimp. We're going to clone into this monolith. Alright, we'll rage up as well. Help get out all this section. We'll have the minion prince on the top side. We want him to look downwards, pop his ability. Look down. Alright, pop. Gets a nice value through air defense and multi-inferno. We got the dragons coming on through, Yetis coming on through as well. We still have a free spell, which will pop on this minion prince and this town hall. Help our dragons out through there. And our own minion prince can take out this multi-arch tower with the dragons tanking and take out those X-bows as well. We'll drop some archers cleanup. We got the dragons. There's the tornado trap. We found it. Minion prince goes down, unfortunately. We're gonna have the Yetis get towards the town hall almost. Not quite yet. There's a multi-arch tower still. This is looking a little bit rough, I'm not gonna lie. This is looking a little bit rough. Now, I think one of the big reasons is missing the giant arrow definitely hurt, but also, we did get all those traps on us there. We probably should have waited for the blimp. But everything's coming on through. We get the archers come on help. We gotta get to his multi-arch tower and that town hall is the tricky part. We do have the sneezy. Our queen did die early because we did push her into that multi-gear, which I didn't realize was a multi-gear because it's a high level one. The big one, not the small one, the cannon. You don't really notice it on those. We'll send this king away, keep our dragons away from the king. And can we get there is the question. Did we play too risky? I'm thinking we might have played a little bit too risky here. We'll get to the multi-arch tower, but can the sneezy get the town hall is the question. The sneezy does do a lot of damage. That is the question. I don't think the sneezy can. The booger's coming. We'll send a minion, try to get in too. No, it's not going to be enough. The sneezy is going to go down, it looks like. The sneezy's still half. There's still another booger. There's still a chance. There's still a slim, slim chance. That builder hut's on there, though. No. Oh, well. Oh, well. Maybe we should have short-sighted blimp. That probably would have worked out better for this. Since the town hall is so exposed. But all the big air damage was up top. So, maybe. Maybe. Yeah, definitely short side would have been safer. Would have been a lot less risky as well. They wouldn't have the warden ability through here, and we would have been set. Oh well. We're still just learning. We're testing it out. We did end up going plus 287 because, this first one I messed up. That's my own bad. This one I messed up. That's my own bad. But we realize on diamond bases, you gotta make sure you're probably coming from either the short side of the town hall if the sweepers are facing away, or you coming from the long side, but you make sure you hit the sweepers with the giant arrow. I didn't do that, and I missed the air defense of the giant arrow, and I played all kinds of risky just cause. It really was just cause. But it was on Kazuma, so it's okay. I mean, we only lost 4 trophies, and we gained 30 yesterday, so we're still in the green. We're still going on up. It doesn't matter. Season's still young. We got plenty of time left, and we all make mistakes sometimes. We really do, especially when you try out something new. You just are bound to make mistakes, and I'm okay with that. I'm perfectly fine with that. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, I appreciate if you guys like and subscribe. I'll see you guys tomorrow.